Hey guys, what's up? PathTCG's here, and today we're going to be going through a deck tech. Today we have Grixis Death Shadow. It's a deck I am particularly fond of just because I've been into Grixis Delver first and then wanted to move on to Grixis Control, but Grixis Death Shadow seems like the best bet for me right now. So we're going to start off with the creatures. We're going to have 4 of the Death Shadows, 4 Snapcaster Mages, 4 Street Wraiths for cycling, 2 Tassigers, and 2 Gurmag Anglers. So, the Death Shadow, as with the Jund deck or the Abzan Death Shadow deck, when your life gets low, Death Shadow gets bigger. It's a natural win condition. The reason for Snapcaster is to just flash back the spells. If someone decides to kill all of your Death Shadows, then you can use Snapcaster to Kolaghan's Command or Snapcaster to Bolt, or just bring whatever you need back, because with Kolaghan's Command you can grab a creature out of the graveyard. You can do that with Tassiger too, but the opponent gets to pick, so it's not always as reliable. But Death Shadow, Tassiger, and Gurmag Anglers are quite the beaters. Next, we will move on to the Planeswalkers. There's only going to be one Planeswalker in this deck, and it's going to be Liliana the Veil. Her first ability is great for discard, second ability is great for removal, and if you ever get the chance to ult, by all means go for it. Last, we're gonna go through the spells. Forex Fatal Push. The reason for the Fatal Push is just because it's a good removal. It's new. It came from, I believe, Aether Revolt. It was something that people hyped on, and the hype was worthy of the hype. So, for Fatal Push, it's a 1 mana instant. You can destroy a target creature with, I believe, CMC 2 or less. So that'll get rid of the Death Shadows, that'll get rid of the Tarmogoyfs and other random beaters, but there's certain things that are bigger, and you can get stuff off the field that's up to 4 CMC for creatures. And the way to do that is just to have a permanent removed from the field. You can do that with fetch lands that I'll be talking about later. We have 2 Inquisition of Kozileks. It'll help you get rid of stuff in your opponent's hand during the early game, so you can get rid of the Death Shadows. Through these examples, I'm just assuming that you're all going to be playing some sort of variant of the Death Shadows deck, because that's very prominent at the moment. There's going to be 1 Lightning Bolt. You can recur it with your Snappy if you need to. There's 4 Serum Visions, just to go through your deck. There's 2 Stubborn Denials, 4 Thought Scours to put stuff into the graveyard so that you can either recur it, or you can use it to delve and cast your Gurmag Angler, or the other creature Tassiger. And that's also a great cantrip. 4 of the Thoughtseize, just because that's a guaranteed way to get rid of a non-land permanent from your opponent's hand. That'll be great. It'll deal you 2 damage, brings you a little closer to death, but also to speed up the clock to play Death Shadows. There's only 1 Terminate, and the reason for that is because we've bumped Fatal Push up to 4, and there's 2 Kolaghan's Command for just easy spot removal. Give a creature -2/-2, or to get a creature back from the graveyard. And the final thing is the lands. As you can see, there's 1 Blood Crypt, 4 Bloodstained Mire, 1 Godless Shrine, 4 Polluted Delta, 4 Scalding Tarns, 1 Steam Vent, 2 Watery Graves. The reason why we have so many of these fetches and shocks is because it'll help us, like I said before, get to a lower life quicker, which means you can beat your opponent out before they have any immediate threats onto the board. So a turn 1 could potentially be something like Bloodstained Mire. That'll take you down 1 damage, and then play your Blood Crypt. That'll take you down another 2, and then you can Thoughtseize, and that'll take you down another 2, which would have brought you down 5 life already. So by turn 2, you usually should be able to play your Death Shadows with another fetch, and potentially another shock that you'll fetch for. The reason why we have 1 island and 1 swap into is just because of the fact that you're not always going to be lucky enough. Somebody might decide to blood moon and everything just basically turns into a just a big field of mountains, and you won't be able to cast anything other than the bolt because there's not that many red things in your graveyard. So that's the reason why we have those two, just in case if someone does decide to do something like that, we can at least use the other mana, kind of like colorless mana, and still be able to cast the things we need with the island and swan. Alright, that'll conclude our deck tech for the Grixis Death Shadow deck. If you guys enjoyed this, please remember to like and subscribe, and comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what other decks you guys would like to see, and I'll happily do a deck tech on it. The reason why I don't do sideboards is because a lot of times it actually just depends on your meta. Some people might have a more Jund heavy meta, another might have a more affinity heavy meta. So you guys just have to suit up for what's good for you guys. Alright, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.